So anyway, just back to that, just like being like just throwing it all back. It's just be a nice person. That's also one of the things that got me all the jobs I got in traveling. And like I said, I was very lucky to be in Malaysia and just play there in the Hilton. Bloody 5-star hotels, just like wow, and just being in Abu Dhabi, being in Dubai, going to smaller Emirates like Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Bahrain, even playing all over. It's just
amazing,
it's been amazing, but it's also, like I said, it's been a humbling experience just to be out there and just realize, you know what I mean, sometimes we'll be in the middle of a song and you know what, it's a stupid song, it's Zombie by the Cranberries, and you know what, there's a whole bunch of people just jamming it, and I'm sitting on that chair in the back there and I'm just thinking, yes, I'm so lucky to be here right now. Every day waking up wherever I am in the world, just saying, wow, I'm so lucky to be in this position. And that's another thing, just being grateful. I think it helped me a lot,
exactly. And I checked that out big time in your video you sent, is your positivity is electric.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, that is such a big thing as well, because that positivity feeds off to other people.
I know.
I mean, you in with that, man. So like, how do you, I wouldn't say, it sounds bad to say, how do you do it?
Yeah.
But I mean, what's your take on that? Just being positive.
Yeah, you got to cultivate it, eh? It takes time.
It's a habit, man.
It's a habit. It's a habit, So it's something that's, and I still have my days, where I'm like, and because we're all human, but to cultivate that positivity, it takes time, and it just takes small things, like small aspects, like one of the things for me is like just being active, and that doesn't mean you have to gym or whatever, just like, being out in the watering the garden, going for a hike, going for a walk in the morning, yoga, things like that, and also just eliminating things that are negative, even on your social media. Even if sometimes even some of your own friends, you have to unfollow them because they're just posting negative things, So just eliminating negativity, and just finding like gratitude in the small things. The fact that you can walk and talk and breathe. Some people can't do that, Some people are in wheelchairs, people have emphysema, whatever the case is. It gets ugly. But the fact that your body's moving and you can walk and you can talk, you got to think to yourself like, damn, that's a blessing in itself.
It's crazy, yeah.
So that's one of the things. I think just waking up every day and being like, whoa, I'm alive, and just realizing that. But like I said, it's taken time. When I was in my 20s, it was different. It was different, and I also went through a phase of just like indulging in everything and being super, So yeah, it takes time to cultivate it.
It does. But like counting those small things that you're grateful for is like a huge thing, man. Like I've found myself in those situations where if you don't do that, you constantly next thing,
momentum, bro. When you have good momentum, it's like, you know what, when you practice every day, you just like, it doesn't even have to be this intense thing. You can literally do 10 minutes of rudiments every day, and you'll see the momentum of how your hands will feel after 10 days. You will just have this fluidity with the sticks after 10 minutes of doing paradiddles every day. So that's momentum. And that thing with positivity, when you have positivity and good things, that positive momentum goes, and you kind of feel like there's a push behind you, pushing you forward. Same thing happens with negative things. You feel like there's this negative thing bringing you down. And also, like something that like Jared from Drumeo speaks about is just drumming. Since this is SA Drummer, how drumming is one of the things that can just alleviate like stress and anxiety, and just because it's like you're doing patterns. It's you're figuring out things. It's actually very mental and physical at the same time.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's a great workout, and I've actually found drums to actually help me through some of these times when I'm just feeling like down, And I think it's a great outlet to have music in itself, even singing. Like, I'm not a singer, but I love to sing. Like, in my car, where I'm full blast, in the shower, like, I love it. And like, music gives me an appreciation for life, eh? Because, dude, in the morning, I'm pumping tunes. In the shower, I'm pumping tunes, and I'm ready for that day,
Right.
So it helps.
It really does. I think most musos felt how much it helps now. Like, so when we're on normal like gigging vibes before obviously this whole COVID thing, it's like you're gigging all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying that you're taking it for granted, but when COVID happened, dude, month 2, I was sitting there, and my wife was just saying to me like, gigs will open up again, because I started getting suppressed, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's not because financially.
No.
Like, that didn't play a part. It was like, I need to
jam
play
with people.
I need to play with people. I need to be on the road. I need to.
It's like you're getting all your chops ready, but then for what? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Destroys your soul, man.
Yeah.
That shows how powerful music was. And then the first gig comes after that.
Dude, it's crazy that feeling probably that came over you in that first gig. That like literally goosebumps.
Yeah.
When you just play, you're like, whoa, and you hear that bass, and you're like, whoa. It's a great feeling, eh?
Yeah.
It'll literally like make you want to like just kick that bass drum off there because you're so pumped, you know.
It was exactly that. I remember the first rehearsal I had when lockdown ended.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really be playing this loud in a rehearsal room, but it's okay. It's okay for
and
today.
even the whole band afterwards, they're like, yo,
everyone appreciated it. Everyone's like,
crazy.
It was good.
So it just shows the power actually, and it's actually you even have those moments, man, even pre-COVID or now, whatever. It's just when you're playing and you look around and you realize where you are and you realize what you do and you realize, you know what, it doesn't matter. You don't have to compare yourself to others, but you know what, there's only a small percentage of people in the world who can say, yo, I play music for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's quite a cool thing, you know.
Oh,
regardless,
man.
it's cool,
amazing,
you know.
yeah.
And it's amazing, like the power of music. Like even I go back and I still listen to Michael Jackson and stuff like that. And even I'll listen to like a Bieber song now, and I'll find something amazing in it, and it'll just get me pumped up, you know.
Exactly.
So like you say, in the power of music, I know it's cliche, I know it's said everywhere, I know it's in motivational quotes, but it's true, man, especially through this period. Everyone's been turning to their music when they're feeling down. When they're at home working, they got the radio on. They're listening to tunes. When people are at the gym, they're listening to tunes to motivate them. Yeah. And there's all some famous drummer, someone that inspires us, playing on most of those tunes, you know? And it's a great thing, eh?
It's incredible, man. It's a super, super huge healer. It's insane. So with COVID, what are you doing now?
Yeah, so I've been, like I said, with COVID happening, so pretty much I'd worked there. We were playing, man, pumping every night. I actually spoke to some guy that was working in the government, a local friend of mine there. We're talking in the break one day, and he said, yeah, you know, this COVID thing. And me, I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but I'm always like, no, the government's lying, always. Never believe what they're saying, always, you know. Arguing with my mom, like, Mom, no, this is not real, you know. And then we're talking, and he was saying to me, like, no, you know, they're gonna shut down the schools, and then they're gonna shut down the nightclubs. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just listening to what he had to say. So I went into the back room. I said, guys, to the band, you know, I said, guys, apparently they're gonna shut down the clubs. They'll never do that. Yeah, they will never do that. Yeah. Cool, so we play the gig there, bro. Literally 2-3 days later, I was in the shower getting ready, and the guitarist banged on the door. Dude, no, we're not working anymore, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks off. They're going to shut down everything for 2 weeks.
Scary, man.
I was like, okay, cool, 2 weeks. So 2 weeks we're chilling, and then eventually it just got hectic, and I was like, sure. So I had to send my passport into the government to cancel my visa because I wanted to get out the country and just have everything clean so I can go back. Because if your visa expires, you're out, you got problems, it's a big story. So I got my visa cancelled. I was waiting to get my passport back. Eventually I got it back. Then I got my flight. I had a flight for Wednesday, and the country was locking down on Thursday, South Africa. I left that flight. I paid out of my own pocket. I bought a new flight on Monday, flew directly with Emirates, and just arrived on Tuesday morning, and the country locked down on Thursday. It was crazy. Anyway, long story short, but since COVID happening, I've been practicing every day. Like I said, I've been branching out to everyone I know, including yourself. So, I'm playing with an artist at the moment called Justin Sarah. So he's awesome. Been awesome to play with him. So we're doing those type of gigs, and also I've started a small entertainment company.
Oh, nice,
entertainment company. Yeah, it's called Flashbank Entertainment. So it's pretty much what I do is different venues and different organizers will contact me to get bands or musicians, and because of my extensive experience, I have a whole backlog like you guys or a whole bunch of other guys, and we put different corporate bands together, duos, trios. Awesome, we do DJs with saxophones or violins, different things like that, because now the budgets are small, the venues are small, the crowds are small. So now I'm playing small setup. I'm doing cajon. Sometimes I'm doing kick, snare, hat. I'm doing like kick SPD like you do sometimes with the Jesse Clegg stuff.
Absolutely.
So we've kept it small, and I mean, look, we're not making what we were, but the thing is momentum. So we're covering our costs, and the momentum is going. From one gig, I got 2, I got 3, and now I'm playing every weekend. You know what I mean? 100%. So pretty much that's what I'm doing now. So I got that small business that I'm doing. It's getting rolling as things are slow. So it's getting going, and then I'm playing with Justin, and then just trying to be a good person every day. As
Nice.
well.
Good.
I love that, man. I
Yeah.
love the fact that you didn't just sit back.
No.
The hustle is real.
You can
Awesome.
literally, you
awesome,
can go
dude.
onto, not that it matters, but you can go into my social media. And social media it doesn't mean anything in life. But you won't see me complaining at all during this time.
Incredible.
I was just practicing, focusing on myself, thinking, okay, well, what can I do? I'm here now. How can I make money? How can I play? Okay, I can't
Love
always
it.
rely on other people to get gigs for me as a drummer. Okay, I gotta front this thing. Okay, I gotta go out. I gotta make it happen. I gotta go to these venues and say, hey, let's put entertainment chain in these venues. What do you got? Let's do this. This is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing here. This is my thing.
Nice.
I've been overseas. This is the
amazing,
experience.
man.
What, you know? And that's how you gotta do it, bro. It's a constant hustle.
It is.
But life is, you know, when is
Yeah.
it not?
Exactly.
And I just think as humans, we always we want to have goals and we want to accomplish them. So for me, I literally wrote down everything. I wrote down SA Drummer Magazine. I wrote down Justin Sarau. I wrote down branch out, start your own company, blah blah blah. I wrote all these things down, and slowly but surely I went for them, you know. And here I sit, and here I gig. So it's been a blessing.
Very cool.
Incredible,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Sure.
been a blessing.
Crazy. It's crazy. And you know, when you're gonna be? I suppose you don't know when you're gonna be.
So
back,
that's
right?
the thing. Everyone's been asking me that for the past 7 months now, you know. And obviously, so I still have a couple friends that are there, you know, musicians. So it's crazy, bro. Some people, like one of the singers and the guitarist that I was working with, they are still there,
Stuck.
stuck. They're from
Get back
Venezuela.
already. Yes.
Countries close their borders. They still can't get. You can imagine some of the situation for some of the people.
Not earning anything.
No, they
Stuck
can't.
there.
They're
Wow.
stuck there, you know. Thank God the companies are providing them accommodation,
That
food,
helps a
internet,
lot.
so they
Absolutely.
can live, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just your mental state,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, so I've spoken to friends there, and the thing is there, you know, here with South Africa, as much as people want to complain about the corruption in the government, I know it sucks to some point, but it also works in our favor at some
Yeah.
point. So we can have gigs, we can have people in the venues,
You've gotta
we
work
can
the
have people
system.
drinking, you know, that's the truth. So they're
Yeah.
so strict, bro. It's going to be
Yeah.
everyone has to have a test, and the band must be the drummer there and the guitarist in another room, and everyone must be wearing a mask and a shield and gloves. I don't know. It's going to be some ridiculous, probably things that you have to go through to play there. So for now, one-man bands are capitalizing there. One-man entertainers and DJs can play there for now.
Sure.
But
Okay.
nothing else. And also there'll be a dude playing, and he's got what we play in.
What do you call it? Drum
Drum
screen.
screen,
Green
yeah.
screen,
Screen
cage,
thing, man.
whatever.
That thing, yeah.
That thing.
Perspex.
Perspex, yeah. They're playing behind that, just the one-man thing. Yeah.
See.
So yeah, the
PPE
thing is,
over the top.
they're very strict. So possibly next year I will go back.
Okay.
And like I said, you know what? It's been a blessing to be there. But it's been a blessing to be here in South Africa. I've never been here for summer. You know, I've only for the past 8 to 10 years, I've been here for 30 days out of the whole year.
Yeah,
I don't see my
every
family. I don't
time.
see you guys.
Yeah.
I ran into you at a Pick and Pay once years
Yeah.
ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
was it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, so it's been cool to be home and reconnect and all
Yeah,
that.
that's cool, man.
So, like I said, I'm not always looking oh, I've got to go back. I'm no, I'm here now. I'm working with my situation, and this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But as soon as things open up there, I've got my contacts there. I've got my people waiting that side. I still got my apartment that side. I still got gear there and clothes and things. So, yes, I will be going back. Hopefully January, February. Let's see. But, I'm not stressed if I
You're
don't.
relaxed about
Yeah.
it, man.
You know? Obviously, my situation is different. You know, I'm not on the streets. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife.
Sure.
I don't that's me.
Yeah.
But I can't compare myself to others because that's just not how life works.
Right.
You know. But yeah, my situation, I'm lucky, and yeah, I'm just I can sustain myself,
Amazing,
which is
man.
great. You know. But yeah, like I said,
awesome.
hopefully next year.
Okay.
Because yeah, man, you know the momentum,
Yeah.
6 nights
exactly,
a
Yeah.
week.
Exactly, man.
You know,
You're gonna get it rolling all from the start again.
Yeah.
Well, not completely from the start.
but you know
still.
how it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the
And
swing.
I think the biggest thing is budgets. That's what companies are saying is they don't have the budgets.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so let's. I don't know. Because dude, before COVID, we started with 8-piece bands and then 7-piece, and 7 is still a big. But dude, when you're playing some of these songs, 7 people's not enough. You'll be
Sure.
surprised. With tracks, with everything, you're bro, we need more people. We need more sounds or whatever. It's a
Right.
lot. You know, even 3 singers. Luckily, in the band I was playing with, we all sang. I don't consider myself
Sure.
a singer, but I still sing.
But it
you
helps,
know?
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
helps.
harmony.
Imagine these 3 people singing everything every night. Their voices get blown out, man.
Right.
You know, so now the budgets are getting smaller, the bands are getting smaller. So
Sure.
let's see if they're still going to do these 7-piece bands. Let's see.
Right.
You know, I'm sure they'll do 4, 5, 6. But yeah, like I said, let's see what the future brings.
Exactly.
eh?
Yeah, take it as it
It's
comes.
interesting times. I don't think anybody knows. I've gotten to that point now. It's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
do you think may happen?
Yeah, it just shows us how we just know how unpredictable life is,
Yeah.
you know?
Dude, it's crazy.
As much as people want to say, like, you know, wear a mask or don't wear a mask, it doesn't matter. It just shows us how unpredictable life is.
It's crazy, dude.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In all aspects, like we got COVID, we got cancer, we got car accidents, we got many things that go on, and it's just total unpredictability. So,
It's madness.
yeah, you gotta. I know that cliche, but it's literally like live every day to the fullest. I
Yeah.
know that, but it's true, bro.
It is
Exactly, man.
You
It
know,
is true.
those days when you feel shitty and whatnot, you just have to be like, no, man, come on, let's go, let's do this. You know,
Exactly.
I'm alive.
I feel like the topic of today is like cliche but true.
Cliche,
Cliche,
but
but
true.
true.
Because it is.
It's like it's collectively we know what's good for us. We know like
Yes,
we know like
exactly.
eating vegetables are good. Like exercising is good. Like whatever, smoking and drinking, like we know in moderation it's okay, and too much of anything, sugar. We know all these things what's good and bad for us, but still we don't do it.
No.
Exactly.
That's the funny thing about cliche. You know, it's like but it's true. So how can it be a cliche? But it's so true. Anyway, yeah. Let me just relax. I'm gonna kick this. I'm gonna get loud here. Eh?
You know, take that compressor on Logic, just like. Hey
Sorry.
guys, what?
I'm even starting to sweat. Eh?
Good passion, man.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring it.
No, that's why we're here, dude.
Yeah. Shut.
So bring it back.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
This is the problem. If you have a conversation with me, we're gonna go everywhere.
Good.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Good.
That's
Even my mom and my friends are like, dude, you need to. Like my brain is going because I'm thinking about everything at the same time. You know,
Awesome.
we're firing all cylinders at once.
and exactly why we don't like plan set questions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. No. That's the
Exactly.
best. So yeah. Sorry. Going back. What were you gonna say?
So let's say when this whole thing, the bar opens up again,
Yeah.
you going back,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be, I wouldn't say a lot of musicians looking for work, but
yeah, then for
guys are
sure.
going to want to get into that scene. So do you have any sort of platforms or resources?
Yeah.
It could be your Instagram or Facebook where
Yeah.
guys can kind of keep up to date with that. So they can find out from Keegan, oh man, okay, Keegan's going back. They can contact you somewhere saying, okay, cool, what's the process? How do I get into the process?
Yes. Yes. Sure.
What
for
do
sure.
I do now? Because I think it's maybe a little bit different because it's like we said, it's
Of
such
course.
an unpredictable
Predictable.
thing that's happening.
Yeah.
So what do you think, guys? How can they do it? Do you think
What to get hold of me or in general? Just get
to get
out.
there or get hold
Okay.
of you or
Both.
Yeah. Okay. Both. Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
tough
Yeah.
one, but-
Well, no, for sure. The one thing I got to say is like you know I know social media has a lot of also like negative influence on people and society, but a lot of the gigs I've got are from Instagram and Facebook. A lot.
right?
A lot of the inquiries, a lot of the things I see and I inquire about, and a lot of the gigs I got are from Instagram and Facebook actually. So I would say, as a musician, you got to be on there. Actually, I messaged someone for a gig a while ago, and he replied 2 weeks later and said, "Sorry, I don't really use this platform." And I said, "Well, that's a problem, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be on there now
It's
because
true.
everyone's online." So I would say, get online. I know it's not good for the younger guys, the teenagers,
Right.
but I'm saying for the working musicians now.
Yeah.
It's huge.
You
dude.
got you got to be online. You got to be online, and not just Facebook, but also like your YouTube channel. Like we said earlier, your content. You got to have that content on there. So
Exactly.
have your content ready firstly
Yeah.
before you're looking for a gig, because how's someone going to hire you for a gig? They can't see you play.
Exactly.
So before you think about that, get your videos and get your content and your passport ready
Right.
first. Okay, then I would say you got to be online on Instagram and Facebook. I'm telling you those two things, and I mentioned in the beginning, you got to follow those groups. It's musicians looking for work overseas. You can literally just Google it. There are so many groups. Just go on in your search thing on Facebook. You just type in musicians looking for work overseas, musicians looking for work in Asia, musicians looking for work in the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and all those groups are there. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And another big one I want to mention again is L Live Productions. It's
We'll put that at the
EL,
bottom.
yeah, and Live Productions. That's a big one. They hire all musicians, not just drummers. All musicians.
Right.
And people are looking. You know, I still see a lot of adverts. A lot of them don't go through, but still, like we said,
Keep
49
trying, yeah.
say no. 50.
Yeah,
The 50th one
exactly.
says yes. You know. So So back on just on Instagram and Facebook, mainly Facebook actually. It's just these musician groups, and just Google. Go into your Google browser and say musician looking for work overseas or drummer looking for work overseas. It's simple as that, and all these groups will come up. And like I said, you got to have that content ready.
Yeah.
And then you send that content and you send your bio. Hi, my name is such and such. I'm from so and so. This is how old I am. This is what I do. Blah blah blah. This is my contact details.
It's just with saying having that content ready. It's funny, man. It sounds like I'm bitching about all the young kids, but I'm not. It's just I just want them to know.
Yeah.
Like we get, or me personally, Warren personally, or SA Drummer, we get a lot of kids messaging saying, how can we get on the platform? Hey man, can I get a feature? Hey, can this happen? I'm like,
of course.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
What do? I go onto their Instagram. Because sometimes, dude, I like putting young up-and-coming drummers in there.
Of
and
course.
I go like, cool, let's go. Boom, Instagram, whatever your name is. And there's a photo of him at school with his buddies. There's a photo of him at the movies. No. And I go through 30 photos, and there's one photo of him sitting by a drum set. And I'm like,
what story
what do you want me to
now?
do, man? What
Another thing I want to say is, I know, like, it's not good for everyone, but I make my profile public.
Yeah.
And I know it's not good because you don't want people to see your personal stuff about your family and stuff, but then keep it music related.
Make separate ones.
Make separate ones. Make a musician page.
Yeah.
And so people, like you're saying, content. It's so important. Also, I've gotten a lot of inquiries now from a couple of these like rooftop markets and stuff in Sandton.
Yeah.
Have been messaging me because my profile is public, and obviously when they're putting in a hashtag of drummer or musician or South Africa, my videos are coming up, and I've got so many inquiries from Instagram videos.
Yeah,
crazy.
I literally phone one of my friends and say, dude, I'm getting gigs from Instagram videos. Like, what?
Yeah, it's powerful, dude.
You know what I mean? So like you're saying, having that content and having stuff on your page that people can see.
Exactly.
That's it. I mean, it might not be what gets you that work, but what if it is the one thing that stops you from getting the work?
Exactly.
Dude, that alone should be enough reason to.
And especially now, everyone, listen, people are working from home. Okay, everyone is online now.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone is online. Everyone's on Netflix. Everyone's on the internet. Everyone is online. We are living in that kind of age now.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so get online if you want to be in this type of thing, because that's what it is. I know some people don't like it. I know some people are anti-social media. I know that, and I agree with it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But in the day and age we're working with, I'm sorry, everything is done on computers and it's online. So you got to have your content and get online. Sorry, just the content thing. It's so important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's that thing, man. Like you remind me of this book I read on cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And it was true, man. The one guy, Andreas, he was explaining how everything has its time, but before that thing really takes off, it'll always be knocked by the old guys.
Yeah.
Old guys. So he was explaining like when horses were still a thing. People didn't drive cars, right?
Yeah.
So they were on horses.
Mm-hmm.
That was their transport. And then cars came out and cars were ripped apart. Oh, the fumes are going to kill people. Oh, they can't make it on the roads. Oh, cars are never going to work. Mm-hmm. And then a car will break down. Horse will drive past, be like, ha ha ha. Oh,
and look where we are now,
and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Cars started getting more, and then roads started becoming for cars. And then you know what happens if you didn't transform yourself into the new age stuff? So it's like social media. A lot of guys are sitting on horses still.
Yeah.
Like, why am I not getting there?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, because you need a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Social
you need
media.
the tools, bro.
Exactly,
you need the tools.
dude.
No one's saying you have to live in your car.
No.
You
For work,
have
it's very important now, bro,
That's the
especially
thing.
for music.
Yeah.
So like I said, you go on Facebook, you go on Google, you go on Instagram, you just go musician looking for work overseas, have your content ready, and boom, there. Even for me, my personal stuff, it's public. Keegan Amorum, you just type it in, you can message me. I'm easy, I'm chilled. Like, I will reply to everyone. Really, I will. I'll reply to anyone who has any questions about this type of thing. You can look at my content to get an idea. You'll see how I have little snippets of me playing. I got stuff of me playing covers. I got stuff with the band, so people can see my content and see what I've done and where I've traveled and what I can do or whatever.
Right.
Not that I can do something. I think that I'm something amazing, but yeah, that's the vibe. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Cool. Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
So ending off, bro, is there anything that you want to shout out, give out, throw at people?
I would like to give a shout out to you guys for having me here.
Pleasure.
It's a great platform. They're online, and the reason why I know these guys is from being online and being active and following them. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is because I messaged Warren and I sent him my promo and I said, bro, this is what I've been doing. And he was saying, oh, sure, let's do something at SA Drummer. So I would like to give a shout out to them, and just everyone. I know we're going through a hard time. For anyone who's watching or listening, just keep going, man. Hustle. Wake up every day. Be thankful to be alive, and just go for it. Whatever you want to do. If you enjoy making furniture, make furniture. If you enjoy gardening, get in the garden. Do what you love, and life will be fulfilling. That's what I want to say.
Love it.
Cool.
Dude, thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, man.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Shut.
Well, guys, we'll put all those links and names of all the sites and all the tags and all of that, so you guys can check it out if you are keen on doing what Mr. Amorum is doing. But until then, guys, see you later.